Well, we've had a variety of animals on the show since I've been here. We've had plenty of dogs, cats, and even an alpaca.
A baby.
But something I have yet to experience, reptiles and amphibians.
So these animals generally get a bad rap, but they're actually pretty cool, and we're excited to learn more about them with a hands-on experience today.
Oh yeah, welcome back, herpetologist, author, and wildlife photographer, David Nieves and daughter Mia. Welcome.
Hi.
Mia, how old are you?
11.
11.
I
Do you
love how
like
she's starting to get old enough that she has to think about it. That's how I am. I love how you always come in with this, like, we know what's in this, but what's in the rest of these bags and coolers is a mystery.
It
so.
is. So
Oh,
tell
boy.
us first, since this is my first time I've met you, but you come in basically every year, or maybe once or twice a year. What is your background with reptiles and biology?
Back when I was even younger than Mia, I decided I became fascinated by these animals and wanted to be a biologist, wanted to be a herpetologist, a scientist who studies reptiles and amphibians, and just became fascinated and just always wanted to grow up and do this. I'm now 52 years old, so I've been doing this for a very long time. And I do photography, I write books for children about these animals, travel around the planet. And it's just always been exciting for me to do a lot of education too and work with kids.
Let's get to some animals, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah, let's
Where
do
do you want to start today? You want to start with the
Okay.
frogs or go into one of the boxes here?
Well, I'm going to start with the frogs here. Basically, you know, these are bullfrogs, and we've got bullfrog tadpoles, and we have some young
He's just
bullfrogs that
staring
just
right at me.
changed. I know, they're all over the place. The larger one in here is probably one that turned into a frog earlier this year. The smaller ones, literally within a month ago, these little bitty guys right here were, oops, I know, a little splashing. These little bitty guys were tadpoles, just like you see right here. So they changed that fast. And in fact, these tadpoles even have their little legs on them because they'll be frogs
Oh my
in about
gosh,
another
I've never
month.
seen them with legs on it like that, because I was just going to ask you, I mean, what the, you know, how, if you can see the process as it's going, obviously. I mean, that one, his legs are just spreading out. That's interesting.
Well, and the thing about it is that, and we've been watching this little drama. These all came from a little creek just right near our house. We went down there and caught these, and we've been watching them all season. And it's been kind of fun because we just watched the whole cycle of life. And the thing about these frogs is when they grow up and they change, frog me.
Frog me.
Okay. When
Mia
they
just
grow
all
up,
of a sudden, I didn't even see her pull it out. All of a sudden, we have this massive frog that comes out of nowhere.
they turn into this. They turn into these big old beasties.
Just slimy.
And I know they are. And but the thing about it is that these frogs, they kind of really like, you know, this guy right here, he's looking at them thinking lunch.
Yeah.
Oh, they'll eat them.
They will eat each other.
Okay.
Yeah. In fact,
Circle of life.
It's a big circle of life. we always watch it. It's funny because it starts out where we have all these tons of tadpoles and tons of little frogs, and then within a month there aren't too many little frogs left,
yeah.
and
And
a
the
lot of big
bullfrogs
fat
are getting
frogs.
a little bigger.
Yes.
Is that the biggest they'll get?
This is a full-grown adult. You'll occasionally see one slightly bigger than this.
Like whatever we have in this toolkit here.
Yeah, well, the fun part was that this year we had a little wrinkle because, now this is our snapping turtle, but what happened was a snapping turtle got into the creek and suddenly we started seeing the big frogs disappearing.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
So the circle of life got a little bit bigger.
So-
So it was kind of fun to watch all the drama going on.
So he's a snapper.
This is actually an alligator snapper. This is our alligator snapping turtle. Around here we have common snapping turtles.
He looks like an alligator.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at the front and...
Yeah, these are the ones that get, you know, 200 pounds and massive. They
He's
live in
gonna
the
get that
southeastern
big?
swamp. Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they're monsters. They are
Where are
absolute
you going to put him?
monsters. Well, we've got room for
You
big
do.
stuff.
I suppose you're
Yeah.
prepared.
They
Yes.
have a large collection of various kinds of critters.
Yeah.
Tell us more about this guy. What does he eat? Because obviously you're not feeding him your frogs, or
No.
are you maybe?
Maybe.
He would like to. I'm sure right now he's thinking about it. But what we run into with them is that with this turtle, I actually feed him. I have a big freezer full of frozen mice,
I
rats.
would never want to
and
look in your
chickens.
freezer,
I know.
David.
It's
Did you
a-
bring
it's a-
one?
It's a separate freezer.
Can we watch him
And-
eat one of the mice?
Yeah.
Is that weird?
No.
That's kind of morbid of me. Let's watch it.
No,
Let's do
not
it.
on live
Oh,
TV.
we fed that lizard chicken wings one time, so that
yes,
was fun.
that was
Yeah.
amazing.
So he actually eats thawed out frozen mice. I actually put him in the water and wiggle them, and he thinks there's a fish swimming up in these. Okay, yeah, I didn't say it was.
Mia's like,
pretty.
whatever, this is
Yeah, I
normal
know,
life.
Tara, this is normal.
Mia, what do your classmates think of this hobby of yours?
I don't know.
Do you love reptiles?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
I
pretty
walk
cool.
around them, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you play with them? And
it depends on what they are.
right. Well,
What's
did you
your-
bring anything? Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
what's
go
your
ahead.
favorite kind?
I like them all.
She does. She really does.
Well, do you bring anything else in?
Yes. Basically, and this kind of segue, because we're talking about this, one of the things my wife is a teacher, teaches middle school, and she always likes to have fun things in her classroom. And right now we're getting I get calls from a lot of teachers talking about things to put in their classrooms. And so basically, I get a lot of questions about that. And going out and catching some tadpoles and watching them change in the classroom is actually really, really fun. But people sometimes do other things too, and so turtle me.
I'm kind of nervous for some reason.
And,
I don't know why.
and
I'm
so,
like, oh.
Who did you hand me?
Mr. Bitey.
Okay.
Did you say
Mr. Bitey?
Bitey?
Okay. This is Mr. Bitey.
Oh, I will not hold that
Yeah,
one.
this one we're not going to hold. But this is a mud turtle. Yeah, that's why we call him
face it
Mr. Bitey. Oh, there we go. That's why we call him Mr. Bitey. But sometimes teachers want to put turtles in their classrooms, turtles and tortoises, and basically I always caution that a little bit because, of course they can be a little nippy. Now this is a turtle species that stays small, but they also live a very long time. And you little guy, look at the little guy.
The tiniest, most ferocious thing I have ever seen.
That's how we got. That's how we got his name. And
Mr. Bitey.
but a species like this, this is the Russian tortoise, which would look like, of course, very calm, a little bit easier to take care of. However, this is something that's going to live 50, maybe 60 years. And so I always caution, teachers, if you are going to bring something in the classroom, think ahead. What's going to turn into, and also make sure it's not something that's going to
bite your finger
bite
off.
the children.
No, that would not be a good thing.
So you go to schools.
Yes.
And what other kind of events do you host and bring these guys to?
Basically, I've spoken, oh my goodness, I've spoken at festivals, even fairs, libraries, all types of different things. And it's a lot of fun because I really, anytime I'm able to just, work with people, especially with children, to get them to not be afraid of these animals and just respect them. Is kind of the key.
Can I hold it, David? There's always something in a bag. There's always something in a bag.
Oh
Yes,
my gosh,
there
I was
is.
not expecting this.
Okay,
Oh, I know by now
Hi,
what's
little
in a
snake.
bag. So we
this is
do
Apollo.
not. We
And
just
can,
put your
can I let him
contact.
move along as he crawls?
We just put your contact information on the screen. So if
Okay.
you're a teacher out there, or if you want to get
Don't
in
come
touch
right at
with
my face.
David, the best way to do it is his website's reptilesupclose.net. He always
I was about ready to have a
brings us
staring
fantastic
contest.
things
That's
and teaches
Apollo,
us
by
why
the
we
way.
shouldn't be scared of animals like the beautiful Apollo.
Is that one moving too much for me, or am I good?
You're good,
Let's
Kelly.
try to let's see how we can do this while I speak. So we are gonna.
We got to move on,
We gotta
David.
move
but
on.
thank
But
you
here we
for
go.
We're
coming
gonna keep
in.
doing this while. No matter.